the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lance now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Lance. Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Lance. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Broken tackle. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, Lance. Dancing to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And the 49ers lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Murray giving to Connor on the option, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Snap comes to Murray at 1. He finds McCoy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Niners have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. going to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But
touchdown, Cardinals! Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Cardinals 7.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lance. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The Lance going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
This has to go down as one of the simple routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Draw play here. Lance hands to Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's Lance. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And McGinnis with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. Murray has the first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Joe Tryon showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike. You must get tired of seeing me.
Now Lance. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Lance. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a play fake. Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. After the sack on first down, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And McGinnis with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play. You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, touchdown! That's caught. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now 23-14.
Makes the score Niners 23, Cardinals 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A run by Connor on 1st down, and a good one, as he'll get about 7 here.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Connor. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. This for his running back, McCoy. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
that's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Niners 23, Cardinals 21. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Lance now on first down.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 28.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5 now. Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down and 8. On play action, Lance.
That escapes the sack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, "Oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time."
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Play action. Now it's Murray. This is caught by Evans. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Murray now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray's throw taken in by Evans here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Here's Murray from midfield. And Thomas has it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and very short. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Murray now on first down.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49ers' 30-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down. Murray airing this one out for Evans. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mike Evans, 30 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now parking for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. I'm here all day.
On first down, Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. I got you. I got you. Hey, 22 needle. 6. Madden. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, 25.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Lance now on first down.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. Able to power through. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Again, it's Lance.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Rush in. Right now, boys. Fight 60. Black swap.
Here's Mostert.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Cardinals' 6-yard line.
Ready. Blue 32. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Ready, ready.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Like you mean
it. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 32-yard attempt.
And this one is right through.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
McGinnis just hit the field goal, and now the kickoff.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Murray going to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
The point after is good, and the lead is up to 5. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On first and 10, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's got some space here. There he goes, left side. 20.
You got to love it, baby. Give me some more.
Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From the gun, Murray. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 44, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On the handoff, Connor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they will take a knee here.
That's 22, that's 22. What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike, bring it, bring it.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Mike. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on the beam